this is the check-in for day 48. There's loads I want to say today, but I'm going to just keep it as short as I can. Two things I want to talk about. One is my progress on the Zing program so far, because I've had a chat with Alison at Zing today, so I've got some interesting things to say. I've also had my first self-EMDR session, coaching session, and it wasn't a therapy session, it was a coaching session, which is really interesting. I was interested to learn the difference. I'm going to save that side of it for tomorrow because it's 11 o'clock at night and I am super tired. So just a quick check-in about my progress so far. I spoke to her about lots of things. One of them was I was worried about missing yesterday. And she said that my commitment had gone down a bit because I've only been doing one session a day for the last about 3.5 weeks, something like that. And she said because of that, missing a day would have, it'd make a bit of a difference, but on the grand scheme of things, as long as my commitment is good, it should be okay. And she said if I was doing 2 a day and I missed 1, then it wouldn't have made a difference, but because I'm only doing 1 a day, it's not particularly good, but it's done now, and as long as my commitment is kept up for the rest of it, it should even itself out and be fine. So that was reassuring to know, and it did underline the fact that I really need to be doing 2 per day. And I think I only did 1 per day before because I felt I had too much on with work, and also filming these exercises and these check-ins as well. It's more for me to do in my already kind of filled day. So I probably needed the break, but now I feel like I've got myself together a bit more where I can manage my time more, because managing time has not been a strength of mine throughout my life, which will have been impacted by my ADHD, but also I think my dyscalculia as well. I can easily get confused by things, but to do with time and stuff like that. But if I can, well, I am going to get one done earlier in the day each day so that I can then fit in another one, and hopefully won't be leaving it until this time of night. It's late today because I had a 2-hour self-EMDR session, which was really, really good coaching session, and I can't wait to tell you about that. But I'm going to keep to my conversation with Alison. What else did she say? I've said all of that. She said consistency is key. And she said if I only do 1 a day, essentially I'm doing 50% of the program, which is not good. So not in my book anyway. And she says it's fine, And she said that people have shown to have really good progress, make really good progress if they do 50% of the program, if they do 1 per day. The progress is still really significant, but people have better results if they do 2 per day. So that's obviously what I'm going to be doing. I mean, I stopped it. I mean, I doubt you saw that video, but I stopped doing 2 per day because I felt that I was doing them so late in the day and I was too tired to do them properly. So I wasn't convinced that they were helping me because my brain was clocked out and sleeping when I was doing the exercises, and I felt like it would be more detrimental. So I think it was right at that time for me not to do them, but moving forward, I am going to sort my time out and get them fitted in earlier. What else was I going to say? I asked about uploading my assessment. You might know that after every 30 days there's an assessment where you check your progress, and I felt like I'd messed up my assessment And I asked Alison what she thought of my results, because she could see them on the screen and everything. She says, "Oh no, they're okay. They're not bad. They're okay. They're quite good." But when I told her the time that I did it at night, and that I just fitted it in quickly after going out, not that I drank alcohol because I don't do that, but I was just so tired. My brain felt like it wasn't working, but I thought that I needed to fit it in that day because the app told me I needed to do it. So I thought, I better do it then. I wasn't thinking logically that it would be better to do it the next day, when I was just as awake as I was the first time I did the assessment. But anyway, Alison said all the things that I was thinking myself. Why the results weren't as good as I'd hoped they were. But she reminded me that this is about the program and me doing the program, not about my assessments every 30 days. They're insignificant in the grand scheme of things. What is important is that I keep doing the program. So I thought that was a very good point. I also asked about the EMDR, that, I was able to book it from after doing 10 sessions of the exercises and 10 days, and I booked it after doing 46 days. And Alison said, really, it doesn't matter. The more brain development that I do and the neuroplasticity that I get, the better the EMDR will, the more impact the self-EMDR will have. So, and I do feel that definitely happened today, which I will explain tomorrow. What else was I going to say? I also asked about the coaching, because I'm also able to book in the ADHD coaching now, but I haven't done it yet because I felt like I needed to do the EMDR first. And Alison just says, whatever fits with your life, it's up to you. It's your program, it's your life. You can book these things whenever you like, which is good. That was a big relief. She said with the EMDR, because I hadn't done the EMDR when I spoke to Alison, I did my EMDR about, what was it, 4 till 6, so it was 2 hours, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 2-hour session. So I was talking to her beforehand, and said that my experience of doing EMDR on the NHS, and that I felt that it wasn't helpful, and the reasons why, and that I did a lot of talking, and I felt that was detrimental. And Alison agreed, and she assured me that the EMDR sessions will not be about me wasting sessions talking about things. And that is how I felt actually when I was doing the other stuff. She said, talking, if there's lots of talking, there's no time for EMDR. So the emphasis is on doing the EMDR. And she said it's not therapy. And I realised today that it wasn't therapy, because I didn't have to talk about stuff, which was absolutely amazing. So, and then, yeah, the rest of my notes is all about EMDR. So that's just a quick check-in on my progress on the Zing program. What else was I going to tell you? Yeah, I forgot to do the brain boost while I was doing the exercises today. So I need to keep an eye on myself, make sure I get those done next time. I think that was the main thing I wanted to tell you about the exercises. So I'm going to go now and get some sleep. Oh yeah, talking of sleep, last night I slept quite well. I slept for quite a long time. I didn't actually measure how long, but I imagine it was about 7 or 8 hours. But I was in and out of sleep, even though I had that little bit of coffee before I went to bed. So that makes me think, oh, maybe it's not that. But I think the real reason I didn't sleep properly through the night is because I spent yesterday, probably the whole of yesterday, obsessing about how to solve this issue that I had with the app. and because it was a Sunday, it was tricky to get sorted. And because I spent almost all day doing that and I didn't actually solve the problem, I think I went to bed feeling really disappointed in myself. And it played on my mind, I think. Whereas the day before, where I did sleep well, I had a really good day. I felt very accomplished. I had figured out how to do video editing, sorted out a lot of things, uploaded all of my videos so far, ready to make public. And yeah, I was feeling really pleased with myself. But yesterday, I really wasn't. And the mindset stuff that I told you that I'd been working on that was making me really happy, I didn't think about that at all yesterday because I was just busy obsessing about getting these Zing exercises sorted. Now, yeah, it's still a shame. I still feel a little bit bad about that, but sometimes I've found in my life, and I think some people will also be able to relate to this, sometimes things have got to get really sometimes things have got to get really rubbish before I'm motivated to actually get them sorted. I could tell you loads of examples where that's happened in my life. And I think this is one of them. You know, if I hadn't have been so, disappointed on how it had worked out and that I hadn't been on top of things and that I'd ignored emails and, not sorted something out that was actually really easy to sort out, but I just didn't do it because I was distracted by uploading videos or whatever I was doing. Yeah, if that hadn't have happened, I would not have kind of got my act together and pledged to do 2 per day, 2 set of exercises per day, which I know is going to have a really good effect on me, because so far the program has proven to have a really good effect on me, and my eyes have been feeling so much better until I did something to ruin them the other day. And I've noticed, the thing is, I said yesterday the double vision thing was going on, and I've had that all my life. Anyway, after doing, let's say 40-ish days of the Zing program, that had stopped happening, but I didn't notice it had stopped because it gradually stopped. And then my eyes were fine and I was, not having that zoning out thing going on. But as soon as I managed to mess them up somehow, I have noticed that I just catch myself zoning out and then things start moving. Like I can just be looking at my phone and then the screen starts doing this blurry thing. And I have to concentrate. I have to, focus. And once I say, focus, then it stops doing that thing. So that, I'm kind of grateful that that's happened to me now, because it's made me realise that actually the Zing program sorted out that blurriness in my eyes, and I was absolutely fine, until I did something to mess it up. I wish I knew exactly what it was I was doing, what I did. I wish I could. If I remember, I promise I will tell you, but I just don't remember. But like I said, I'm happy. It's made me even more grateful for the Zing program, because and also I'm really grateful that I'm still on this program while this has happened to me, because I know that if I commit to this program even more than I did before, my eyes are likely to go back to not being blurry. So yeah, I think that was everything that I really wanted to say to you today. They're the most important things, I think. So yeah, thanks again for checking in with me, and I really look forward to catching up with you tomorrow when I'm less tired and I've had a nice sleep. Anyway, take good care of yourselves. Bye.